Welcome to this 18-minute adventure.
If you're aiming to sharpen your leadership skills and boost your organization's performance, you're in the right place. We're going to tackle some big ideas today. You'll learn what you need to transition from chaos to clarity, to lead with confidence and purpose. So sit tight, keep your mind open, and I am certain that you will leave here seeing leadership in a whole new light. We live in an era of unprecedented and relentless disruption. Take the example of Encyclopedia Britannica. For over 250 years, it stood as the undisputed authority for reliable information. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, Wikipedia entered the scene with a revolutionary idea: crowdsourced knowledge. Instead of relying on a select team of experts, Wikipedia empowered its global community to create, edit, and verify content. The result? Today, Wikipedia boasts over 600 times more articles than Britannica, drawing an astonishing 15 billion page views per month compared to Britannica's 150 million. In just a short time, Wikipedia eclipsed Britannica, transforming how the world accesses information. But the disruption doesn't stop there. The pandemic has reshaped the very fabric of work. Whether working remotely, in the office, or in hybrid models, businesses are rethinking how they organize and engage teams. Meanwhile, talent can switch companies with a single click, leaving organizations scrambling to attract and retain the right people. Technology is evolving at breakneck speed as well. Consider how we've consumed video content, from cassettes to DVDs to Blu-ray, only to have a relatively unknown company called Netflix revolutionize the industry with streaming and subscriptions, pushing traditional video rental giants into obsolescence. And if that weren't enough, groundbreaking innovations like artificial intelligence and synthetic biology are already rewriting the rules of entire industries. This constant whirlwind of change and disruption is often described by the acronym VUCA: volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. It's a concept that has been around for over 40 years, yet it feels more relevant today than ever before. VUCA represents a world where navigating through the dense fog of uncertainty becomes a daily reality. In such an environment, clear priorities can feel elusive. Decisions are fraught with risk, and the path forward is often hard to discern. The overwhelming complexity of it all can leave leaders feeling paralyzed, unsure of the next move. And to make matters worse, it seems like there's no escape from this chaos. But is that really the case? In this webinar, I want to equip you with a lens that will help you cut through the fog, a filter that brings clarity in the midst of uncertainty. This lens allows you to see through the complexity and focus on what truly matters. With it, you'll gain the insight needed to understand the shifts around you, make decisive choices, and lead with confidence. By sharpening your focus on what's essential, you'll not only navigate disruption, but also have a meaningful impact, positioning yourself and your team to thrive in a world of constant change. The lens I'm offering you is what I call network leadership. This network-centric approach is grounded in the principles of network science, a relatively new field officially recognized in 2005. Despite its recent emergence, network science has already had a powerful impact across diverse areas, ranging from controlling the spread of viral infections to disrupting terrorism. But what exactly do I mean by networks? The beauty lies in its simplicity. Every network is composed of agents. In human networks, these agents are people. What transforms a group of people into a network is the connection between them through the flow of either information or energy. Network science reveals that all complex systems, including human organizations, are structured according to network patterns. This means that every organization, whether for-profit or nonprofit, operates as a network. So, how does network leadership differ from traditional leadership models? First, network leadership focuses on how people are connected or not connected within the organization. Instead of merely considering individual roles or hierarchies, it examines the relationships and links between individuals. Second, it emphasizes the flow of information or energy that moves through these connections, highlighting the dynamic exchanges that drive collaboration and innovation. At its core, network leadership is about paying attention to the spaces between people, the invisible yet essential channels that foster collective growth, creativity, and impact. By shifting your focus to these connections and flows, you'll gain the clarity to see what's truly happening in your organization. This will empower you to make more informed, decisive choices and lead with confidence in today's complex, fast-changing environment. In doing so, we can move beyond the challenges of VUCA and step into a new paradigm I call WISE, a world that is whole, interconnected, systemic, and energized. Hello, my name is Jeffrey Beeson, and I am the author of the forthcoming peer-reviewed book, Network Leadership, which will be published by Cambridge University Press this fall. In addition to my work as an author, I am the founder of Ensemble Enabler, an enabling company dedicated to helping organizations build the capacity to address their own challenges. We offer a range of services, including courses. For example, we provide a course on network leadership. More on that later. Labs. These are experimental environments where organizations can test new approaches and develop new capabilities. Tools. We offer a variety of digital and analog tools, all grounded in solid network principles to support organizational capacity building. And finally, enabling services, which are customized network solutions designed to achieve specific, predefined objectives. So let's dive right in. What you see before you is the Network Leadership Manifesto. Genuine organizational health and success are rooted in the cultivation of strong and meaningful connections throughout an entire organization. This enables the agency of people to proactively resolve any emerging business challenges. Notice the emphasis on connections and health. These are the foundation of sustainable success. Let me share an example. Interface, a company that provides industrial flooring for offices and factories. It may not sound like a particularly dynamic industry, yet Interface is recognized as one of the most innovative companies in the world. The turning point came when former CEO Ray Anderson had an epiphany. Despite Interface's profitability, he realized the company was contributing to environmental degradation for its high carbon footprint. This wasn't the legacy he wanted to leave for future generations. Anderson decided to make Interface a net zero carbon emissions company. But how did he make that happen? He didn't rely solely on top-down directives. Instead, he empowered every stakeholder group within the company to propose ideas on how to reach the net zero goal. By fostering strong and meaningful connections across the entire organization, he unleashed a wave of innovation. The result? In 2019, Interface achieved its net zero target, not just within the company, but across its entire ecosystem. Interface worked hand in hand with suppliers, guiding them to meet the same standards. And they didn't stop there. By 2040, Interface aims to become a completely circular business, eliminating all waste by ensuring that any byproduct serves as input for another process. Significant strides are already being made. Interestingly, Interface was profitable before all of this happened, but today they're even more profitable. This example clearly demonstrates how strong and meaningful connections within an organization not only drive innovation and sustainability, but also positively impact the bottom line. Let me offer another way to understand how a network-centric perspective can simplify your life and increase your impact. To illustrate this, I'll use a metaphor from the world of astronomy. For centuries, humans have gazed at the stars, attempting to decipher the motion of the planets. An ancient Greek astronomer, Ptolemy, developed a complex system to explain this, the Ptolemaic system. The system was based on the assumption that the Earth was the center of the universe. Using this assumption, Ptolemy constructed a highly intricate model full of rules and exceptions. While his model could predict the movements of stars and planets with some accuracy, it was exceedingly complicated, requiring vast expertise to navigate. Only the most dedicated scholars could make sense of its complexities, and even then, the model often felt cumbersome and disjointed. Then came Nicholas Copernicus. At the time, the Ptolemaic system was the accepted framework for understanding celestial motion. Rather than adding more layers of complexity, Copernicus did something radical. He changed the core assumptions. What if, instead of the Earth being at the center, the planets, including the Earth, revolved around the sun? The result? A model of clarity and simplicity. With this new perspective, the laws of planetary motion, later refined by Kepler, were elegantly simple, universally applicable, and far easier to understand. That is what a network-centric approach does for organizations. It shifts the focus to the key variables that truly matter, reducing unnecessary complexity. Just as Copernicus brought clarity to the cosmos, network leadership brings clarity to organizational dynamics, making it easier to navigate even the most complex or ambiguous situations. You may be wondering, how does this benefit me? Let me illustrate this through a few key examples. Innovation. If your challenge is innovation and you're under pressure to develop new products or services, remember that innovation thrives on exposure to new ideas. Studies show that innovation happens when people encounter fresh perspectives. And one of the best ways to facilitate that is by connecting people. In other words, innovation is a network issue. Performance. If your concern is performance, especially in delivering products or services to stakeholders and customers, it's essential to consider the effectiveness of collaboration. Complex projects often require multiple functions, departments, or even external partners to work together. The success of these collaborations depends on how well information flows between the agents involved. Simply put, performance is a network issue. Talent retention. If you're struggling with employees' engagement and fear the cost of high turnover, know that studies have shown that job satisfaction and a sense of belonging are directly tied to the quality of connections employees have within the organization. In short, talent retention is a network issue. Artificial intelligence implementation. Let's say you're overseeing an AI initiative. I recently came across a report revealing that a staggering 87% of AI projects fail to meet their objectives. Successful AI implementations differ because they don't isolate AI from the human network. They embed it into the fabric of the organization's connections. For instance, customer service chatbots that free up human agents to focus on more complex issues integrate AI into the human workflow, making it more effective. In other words, AI implementation is a network issue. It shouldn't come as a surprise that complex challenges can often be distilled into simple network components. After all, organizations are inherently structured around network principles, whether we realize it or not. In fact, most organizational challenges can be traced back to network dynamics. That's why adopting a network leadership approach enables you to focus on what truly matters, giving you the clarity and tools to be more effective and more strategic in navigating complex situations. By understanding and optimizing the connections within your organization, you can unlock solutions to seemingly intricate problems with greater ease and precision. This approach to leadership is so powerful that I felt compelled to make it accessible to leaders who are ready to leave VUCA behind. That's why I developed the course, Navigating Complexity to Achieve Results. This 4-week online course includes 4 virtual half-day sessions, providing not only a solid understanding of the fundamentals of network leadership, but also equipping you with the practical tools to immediately implement these principles in your own organization. Here's what you can expect in each session. Session 1 will explore why network leadership is critical and how adopting this approach sets you apart from traditional leadership models. Sessions 2 and 3 will dive into the fundamentals of network leadership, focusing on 2 key areas: the quality of information and energy flows, and the structure of connections within networks. In our final session, we'll synthesize the lessons learned and explore how to amplify your impact using network leadership principles. I invite you to become a network leader. To learn more about the course, you can visit the link on this page or simply scan the QR code. If you'd like to discuss how this course can benefit you, I'm happy to arrange a call. Just book a time through my LinkedIn page. I would love for you to join this new wave of effective 21st century leaders. Leave the VUCA world behind. Become a network leader. Your colleagues at work, your family at home will thank you.